Call the meeting to order. This Board of Works and Safety on this Monday, August 19, 2019. First order on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from the regular meeting of August 5th.
Make a motion to approve the minutes of our regular meeting August 5th.
I'll second that motion.
No further discussion. I call for the vote. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is awarding of bids for the 2019 pavement crack sealing project.
Mr. President, it's a recommendation that all bids be rejected. All bids came in way over the engineer's estimated cost.
If there's no further discussion, then I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to reject all bids that were received for the 2019 pavement crack sealing project.
Support.
No further discussion. I call for the vote. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is a request for solicitation of bids, approval of bid package for the demolition of 109 Virginia Court.
Mr. President, this is just our standard bid packet for the demolition of 109 Virginia Court. Bids would be opened on September 16th at our regular meeting. There is a mandatory pre-bid conference on September 10th at 9 o'clock a.m. at City Hall.
Okay. There's no further discussion. I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve the request for solicitation of bids for the demolition of 109 Virginia Court.
Second that motion.
No further discussion. I call for the vote. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item is a request for solicitation of bids and bid package for the demolition of 126 F Street.
This is similar to the last matter on the agenda. Again, bids would be open on September 16th at 8:30 a.m. at a regular meeting. A pre-bid meeting on September 10th at 9 a.m. Ask for approval of the solicitation of bids.
There's no further discussion. I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the request for solicitation of bids for the demolition of 126 F Street, Michigan City.
Support.
Further discussion. I call for the vote. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is a request for solicitation of bids, approval of the bid package for the 2019 citywide pavement marking project.
Good morning. Jay Neese of SEH of Indiana. At this time, we're requesting to rebid the paving striping project, and the first advertisement will be this Wednesday. The second advertisement will be a week from this Wednesday. Then we will have a pre-bid meeting at Thursday, and we're going to also be requesting a special meeting. I believe it's on September the 9th to open the bids. We will review the bids in a very timely manner, and hopefully we'll have a second special meeting on September the 11th to approve the bids.
Okay. Any discussion? No. Entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve the request for solicitation of bids for the 2019 citywide pavement markings project.
I'll second that motion.
No further discussion. I call for the vote. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Okay, thank you.
Next item on the agenda is a request for pedestrian safety. David Word at 112 Belden Street. Safety concerns with the crosswalk located on Lakeshore Drive at the Michigan City Armory.
Good morning, I'm David Wirt, 112 Belden Street, Michigan City, Indiana. I wanted to talk about the crosswalk. I'm a runner, and for the last few years, go out and running by the crosswalk, and the traffic in the summertime especially is atrocious. And I'm sitting there like running across. The cars keep on going by. It's a pedestrian crossing. The cars keep on going by, what have you, and it's like it's invisible, like you're invisible. And for a lot of times I got upset, talking to family members and everything. I was about ready to get a shirt joking about it, so to speak, about, I'm a pedestrian too. And I was just out running last week, and I had walking across, and as I was walking across, there was cars in that far lane that were just keep on going by. And what I'm concerned of is not only for my own safety, but somebody else. We're lucky enough not to have somebody get hit or get killed. And the thing that frustrates me is that nobody pays attention to the sign. And I don't know if there needs to be a bigger sign or what, but something needs to be done in order to get people to pay more attention to the crosswalk, to people going by. I work in Kingsbury, and there's a crosswalk that they just put in LaPorte that they actually have like a traffic thing, light, whatever, where you press and then you go across. But for years, nobody's paid attention, and it's as if the sign doesn't exist, and it's very dangerous. And I'm coming here to request that something more gets done. I heard that they just repainted the white lines, which is good, but at the same time, even though that you have the cautions or the sign there over the bridge about the pedestrian crossing 300 feet, you got 10, 20 cars just buzzing around the corner, flying through that intersection as if nothing happens. And it's like, even went to the point where, where I had to cross over and actually sit there and like hold up my hand as if to say, hey, I'm here, I'm walking across. And shouldn't have to do that. So I just wanted
We've
to bring
been
that.
discussing this for a month, so
Oh, yeah?
it's,
Well, I didn't know that you were discussing that for a month until I came up here
okay, well,
to apply for. But something needs to be done to keep the pedestrians a little bit more
we
safe.
understand your concern.
That's
Yes.
fine. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay.
Spike Pellet, Michigan City Engineer. Now we, the Central Services has, of course, put or repainted the crosswalk thing there, and we did suggest a bigger sign, and maybe they could do that. The other thing is when the traffic circle project is done, this will of course address that problem. But when that's going to happen, I don't know. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 years from now, or something like that. But I suggest for right now we replace the smaller signs with a larger sign, and maybe investigate this a little bit. I don't know whether we want to put a stop sign there or not. That seems a little bit extreme, but I'll look at it. But I think what we might do right now is to put a larger yield to pedestrian sign there. That might help a little bit. We might also think about putting, like at the zoo, those rumble strips. That might help also. But I'll look at other options.
Okay. So we'll put it on our to-do list. Do we need a motion? Put it back. There's no further discussion. I'll entertain a motion to that effect.
Make a motion to put the matter of the pedestrian safety request for Lakeshore Drive near the Armory back on our pending items list.
Support.
No further discussion. I call for the vote. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item we have on the agenda is a request to use the city lot at 601 or 7th Street and Franklin for a First Friday activities.
I'm Abby May. I'm the president of the Michigan City Main Street Association. We have permission from the RDC to use the lot on the corner of 7th and Franklin Street, the northwest corner, for part of our September First Friday programming. We felt that we should go before the Board of Works. The clerk's office was actually unsure if once having the RDC permission we did need to go before Board of Works. So this might be a redundant request. So I apologize if it is, but we wanted to cover all of our bases. And I appreciate the clerk's office for helping me understand all of the intricacies. We'll have GIS insurance if this is approved, and business as usual.
I don't think it's redundant, even though redevelopment owns it. I think the long-standing relationship that we have with Main Street is for you guys to also come here to give us heads up so that we know for whether it be street purposes, police purposes, just so that we can coordinate.
Perfect. Does that mean that it would be a request or just giving information? When you say that we should come and inform you, of what we're doing, does that mean that we have to put in a request for those same
I would
things?
still request.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that date is what?
That date is September 6th. It's on the agenda as the 9th, but it's the 6th. It's okay.
Any further discussion? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the request to use the city lot at by Abby May of Main Street Association, 7th and Franklin for the Michigan City Main Street Association Friday Art Walk Summer Series, September 6th, 4 to 9 p.m.
Second that motion.
No further discussion. I call for the vote. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Next item on the agenda, Stacy Martin at 206 Tremont Street is requesting neighborhood watch signs in the area of Tremont and York Streets due to the drug and criminal activities.
Morning. I am a homeowner in the 200 block of.
Stacy Martin?
I am. I'm sorry. I am Stacy
For the
Martin. Good
record.
morning. I am a homeowner in the 200 block of Tremont, and myself, along with Audrey Donaldson, who is also here with me this morning. I state her name because she is going to be doing this with us as well. We are requesting neighborhood watch signs to be implemented so that we can start a neighborhood watch program in our area due to theft incidents and also drug-related activities.
Okay. Chief?
Good morning, Assistant Chief Kevin Urbanzik, Michigan City Police Department. I've been in contact with Ms. Martin over the past couple of weeks, and we've been discussing the location where these signs are going to be going. So at this point in time, we would request that this item be tabled until our next meeting so that way we can determine exactly where these signs are going to be located. There are some signs that are out there, however some of them are actually faded and very difficult to read, so we just want to make sure that when these signs go up, they're in the proper locations.
Okay, thank you.
Mike Beller, Michigan City Engineer. Now I believe that you received my thoughts on this. What is the, who's going to buy the signs? That's the question that I have. Purchase these signs? I assume
had a
that
request for it before. So.
Okay. So that would be at the next meeting.
Okay,
Okay.
all right. Any further discussion? If not, entertain a motion.
Make a motion to table the request for neighborhood watch signs in the area of Tremont and York Streets.
No further discussion. I call for the vote. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is a change order. Tom Wiedemann from Hassan Association is requesting approval of the 2019 citywide sidewalk repair project change order number 2 in the Eastport neighborhood for Walsh and Kelly. Total contract price is $374,621, and the increase of $99,935.
Good morning, Sam Jose from Hassan Associates. This is the sidewalk repair project, and we are adding $99,935 through a CDBG grant for the construction of the sidewalk along Holiday from Woodland to Carroll, and we recommend this for approval.
Thank you. Engineer agrees.
Spike Feller, yes.
Any further discussion? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve the change order requested by Hassan Associates. Change order number 2 for CDBG sidewalk in Eastport. The total contract price is $374,621, increase of $99,935.
I'll second that motion.
No further discussion. I call for the vote. All those in favor, aye. Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is a special purchase request. Tom Wiedemann Hassan Association is requesting approval of the agreement between Precision Concrete Cutting and the Michigan City Board of Works for the sidewalk joint grinding repair project using the special purchase method. Cost is not to exceed $50,000.
This project will cut the sidewalk at the offset joints and bring it to ADA compliance, and we recommend that the Board of Works enter into the contract with Precision Concrete Cutting and not to exceed $50,000.
Further request? Any further discussion? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the special purchase request for the agreement between Precision Concrete Cutting and Michigan City Board of Works and Safety for the sidewalk joint grinding repair project. The cost not to exceed $50,000.
Support.
No further discussion. I call for a vote. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is a resignation from the Michigan City Police Department by Officer Greg Radiger, effective August 16, 2019. This is for informational purposes only. I've known Greg for at least the last 8 years, and was a fine police officer. I'd just like to read a couple paragraphs of his letter of resignation. With a heavy heart that I respectfully submit my letter of resignation from the Michigan City Police Department. The journey began for me on December 10, 2007. When I was hired at that position, I had wanted my entire life and fought back a life-threatening illness to get to where I was healthy enough to do that. I said I had no intentions on ever leaving the Michigan City Police Department or the profession of law enforcement until retirement. Unfortunately, this thing we call life is full of crossroads and curveballs. Due to my wife accepting an outstanding position with a new company in the state of Florida, I had to seek employment elsewhere, and through that research, I have officially been hired as an explosive detection canine handler through the Walt Disney World Corporation. Thank you for your service. Next item on the agenda is approval of the claims and payroll.
Make a motion to approve the claims and payroll as presented.
Support.
No further discussion. I call for the vote. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Next item is the unfinished business. And first item on the agenda was the painting of the curb at Center and Fogarty. Has that been taken care of?
Assistant Chief Kevin Urbanzik, yes, it's been taken care of as of last week.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion to take it off our list.
Remove from the pending.
Second.
No further discussion. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item is a request for no parking signs on Fogarty Street. Has that been accomplished?
Bob Zonder, Superintendent of Central Services. I really don't know if the signs are up yet. We got the paint done on Fogarty, so I'll have to report back.
Okay, we'll leave it on our to-do list then. Next item had to do with wayfinding signs. Has there been any more discussion on that?
Hi, Abby May with Main Street Association. This is a project that is part of the Walk Your City, project in the Uptown Arts District. This will be like a second phase in this project. These signs have already been done. We're interested in being able to do more, willing to do more. I think the questions that you had last time were, are we requesting city funds at this time? And we are not. And then another question was, how would the continued populating of content on the sign happen? That would be, the responsibility of Main Street Association, but the ownership of the sign being in the right of way would be the city. I can let Skylar speak more on that if that's helpful.
Okay.
I had a discussion with Miss LePage, and we just these are similar to the signs that are installed on Wabash Street, the red signs. You might see those when you drive down. They have a map in it. They provide information with the businesses downtown, the gallery spaces. What else is on there? Lots of different things on there, and it could be manipulated to have different things.
We update the content based on new development in the arts district.
Yeah. So, but we would treat them like any other sign in our right of way. Is what we were discussing.
So basically, the sign gets to go into our inventory. There are responsibility to maintain.
If it gets hit, we file claims, etc. So, but Main Street would be responsible for the actual plate that goes in it and the content.
Just as we are now with the current ones.
In the future, do they have to come back to us unless they change the location or not at all?
I don't think they need to unless they ask for a different location. Unless you
want. We're not asking for permission to change the content or anything like that. We're saying we together in partnership with the city. We have put some of these out already. They're successful. They're a great, addition to the arts district. We are asking for permission to do more.
Okay. We need to approve it.
Yes, so you'd be approving the acceptance of the signs into our inventory, and also, I believe you specified in your last request the location of those signs.
I did, yes.
And the location of them.
Okay. Any further discussion? Now I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the request for the wayfinding signs in the Uptown Arts District, subject to the signs being accepted into the city inventory and Main Street to offer maintenance for them.
Support.
There's no further discussion. I call.
And just to clarify, the maintenance would be the content, not the maintenance of the actual sign.
Thank you.
That's correct, yes.
Okay. No further discussion. I'll call for the vote. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Okay. 11 Franklin is September. Is there any further on the United Way? Okay, we'll keep it on our to-do list. There's the alley for McDonald's manholes on the boulevard isn't done yet. And the other two,
I don't believe it's been constructed yet. I think the curbing's been poured, but the curbing was done along with all the curbing in the parking lot as well. So that was probably part of a bigger project, but it hasn't been completed yet. But I know they're trying to close out, they're trying to get the property fixed and organized before they probably finish up that curb. I mean the alley. Sorry.
yeah. Okay. So that's all the items that are on our to-do list. Next item is public comments. Anybody from the public wish to speak at this time? Yes, sir.
My name's Cleon Brooks. I'm with Verita Telecommunications, and we are requesting an amendment to an approved permit you've already given us, number 2019-6, for horizontal directional drilling on Hitchcock Street. The reason for the amendment is NIPSCO is unable to locate their high pressure, it's a 12-inch high pressure gas pipeline in the same area we want to drill. So we are requesting that you would let us move to the east side. Everything would stay the exact same. It would just be the opposite side of the road so we can avoid the pipeline.
Okay. Any discussion?
Mr. President, we've received feedback from all the departments except for our IT department. No department has an issue with the amendment, so I would suggest this board approve the request, subject to hopefully getting IT's response, possibly this morning. I can contact them immediately after this meeting.
Okay. Any further discussion? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve the amended request, subject to feedback from IT department.
Second that motion.
No further discussion. I call for a vote. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Thank you.
Anybody else from the public wish to speak at this time?
Good morning. I'm Alonzo Rupert. Arbor directed me here. We pulled a permit to do repair drainage at 509 Willard Avenue, and we've been running into all kind of problems. And so right at the sidewalk, there were roots inside of the sewage. And so as we continue to dig towards the street, there are more roots, and then up under the street, there are no pipe. And so he come out and said that he directed me to this meeting, stated that we may need a consent from you guys to open up a section of the street in order to repair the pipe from the actual drainage from the city park back to the homeowner's property.
Okay. Engineer?
Spike Keller, Michigan City Engineer. I believe this is a standard street cut permit, which they can process through me.
Planning to get?
It goes through our engineer.
Oh.
To me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay.
You get a permit up at planning, fill it out, give it to them. They'll fax it to me. I'll review it, and get it back to you.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So there's nothing that the board does. Okay. Anybody else from the public who wish to speak at this time? If not, board comments. In the past month, I've seen a lot of street closures, and I can't believe they're all because of emergency work. One on Lafayette, one on Vale Street, and I know that the water department and NIPSCO are doing a lot of work at connections, I believe. Don't the people that live in the area get notified when they get their electric shut off?
Spike Keller, Michigan City Engineer. I would hope so, but I don't.
But they're not.
They're not. So NIPSCO is
Doing work in neighborhoods, shutting off the people's electric for time without notifying.
Okay. I will contact NIPSCO and inform them that they need to change their ways.
I know we don't have much clout in that area, but we can try. Thank you. Any other board comments? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Support.
No further discussion. I call for the vote. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.